Thank you for coming to my channel today. We're going to be doing Christmas in January with this photo. I'm also going to be working with my counterfeit kit challenge. So if you don't know what that's about, make sure you go check it out on their blogspot or on Facebook. And so I've pulled out a few pieces of paper and some different things from my kit challenge. And I'm going to scrapbook these 3 pictures of my youngest opening up a snow globe on Christmas from her grandparents. So I am going to use this massive snow globe, and I really do have trouble with some of these backgrounds that you get in a paper pack that are the whole page that has this kind of thing. So what I decided to do is to fussy cut this out, and I sped that up quite a bit. And so I fussy cut it out, and then I'm going to cut it in half. So I've kind of planned that part out, and so I'm just going to cut my 12 by 12 down, and then literally this one's going to go right in half. So I still have this big design feature, but I'm not going to cover it up with all my photos. So that is how I'm going to deal with this one today. I didn't know how else to deal with it, honestly. So I'm just playing with the layout for my photos. So I thought maybe in a triad, and then with one off to the side. I'm thinking about it now because I'm not quite sure. So I'm going to put some cardboard on the back of the snow globe to give it some dimension on the page. And so I just cut that cardboard into strips and then attached it because it gives enough. And it was just a spare piece of cardboard that would have went into the recycling otherwise. So on my page is better. So now I'm going to play with the layout for my pictures again. So I do decide on doing this kind of a diagonal, and I like that. And I also want it to have a little bit more oomph. So I'm going to put a very, very, very tiny purple border around the pictures. So it just gives it enough that it distinguishes it between what's on the front and what's on the background. And so I like that. And then this bottom one, I decide to snug the top half over top of the globe part of the snow globe, and the bottom gets tucked underneath. And then I pulled out some Hip Kip Club. So this one is, I think it's Winter Chill, something like that. These are all from really old kits, like at least a couple years old. So I cut this one in half that says favorite picture, and I am going to use it, but I decided I best get these ones up on foam first so that I have what I need for the dimension. And then so this bottom one gets a little bit on the one side but not where the snow globe overlaps, because I don't need it to have it there because it already has enough there. So just getting this on and snuck in, and I like that. And then this one, in a minute here, you'll see that I did put enough foam on, and it doesn't give enough support, so I'll add a little more in a minute. But I thought that would be enough, but it wasn't. And that top one is just flat. So I'm just adding glue, I think, to this. No, glue now. I don't know what I was doing for a second there, but maybe talking to my youngest, because she did pop in while I was doing this. My kids do like to come visit me while I'm scrapbooking, which is kind of fun. I think they're curious on what pages I'm doing for who. So this is, I'm going to pull out some stuff, like whatever that matches here. So I'm going to pull out some of the snowflakes. This is where I noticed that there is a little bit of a dip here. So I'm going to sneak the fun foam underneath. And there's some glue there already. And get some more on here. And the bottom, it actually needs a little foam too. So glue on, in, done. So that works out better. And then I'm going to pull some hearts. So I was thinking of putting it on the picture on that bottom one, and I decided I don't want it on that bottom one. And then this one does get a heart on the picture, some holly, and I wanted that snowflake to go just underneath the picture instead of on top. So I gently pulled it off. And then the other piece of holly is going to go on, just pushing it down because the glue wasn't quite sticking where I wanted it to stick. So, yeah. And then I'm going to do a present there, and I'm going to do an ornament here. It would have been fine on the top, but I didn't think it needed it right there. So I thought of this present on this one side, but meh. So it's going to go here, and there's a little bit of a red tone to that one. So I'm going to play with that later. Just auditioning some of these pieces, and some of them I don't like, some of them I really do. I like this one here. Put another present in that space, and then add some of these hearts here, there, and everywhere. I'm going to make sure I get all of these on because I don't want a lone one just on the page that I don't have a match for later on. So I do plan on that bottom where the wood grain is, where the bottom of the snow globe is, to do a little bit of my journaling there. So I'm leaving that with a space that's a little bit open. So I'm looking at, is there anything for titles on these Hip Kit Club ones? There's nothing on that one that really works. And I opened this one up because there are some word stickers that do work. So I'm going to pull out this one that says Let It Snow, and I thought that would be kind of punny to do with the snow globe, so why not? I put a little bit of foam underneath the part that's overlapping because that chipboard has quite a bit of dimension. And then this one says So Pretty, so it's just going to go up there. It plays in with some of the colors that I already have on this, so that's awesome. And so now I'm just thinking, what else can I do? I pull out my color drawer. I'm looking for something that is not super bright for red. I know I pulled this one out, but there's nowhere to tuck it. And then I find this tag. So just going to do a quick little look to see if there's anything else, and there's not. I'm going to use the tag for the journaling. And so I'm going to put a black border around it, and so my Ranger ink pad is so dry that it did not do anything, so I'm going to use this other one, and it's going to go right there, which is lovely. And then the journaling says something to the fact that Gran and Papa almost always get her a snowball for Christmas, and because it doesn't need that much more. And then it's going to go here, and this page is all done. That was an awkward way of saying that. And thank you so much for watching today. Here's some close-ups. You can see some of the dimension. And that distressed edge. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching today. If you liked my video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, I would love to have you here. And here's some other videos you might want to watch. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.